Hi, my name's Steve, my business partner Austin, and today we're going to be getting down to the nitty gritty for bookkeepers and explain local SEO and exactly how that works for you. So, if you lived in Dalton, Georgia, and you're a bookkeeper there, which, wow, the first one has no reviews. So that this is an excellent market to be in because you can rank very high very quick. But if you were there, you would obviously want to rank for Dalton, Georgia bookkeepers, Dalton, Georgia bookkeeping, bookkeepers near me, all those things you want to rank well for. And up till now, maybe this seemed like a mystery to you. How does that work? Why does it work? Why is this person number one? And this person who has 6 reviews is 2, and this one who has 33 is 3. Well, just a quick look at that, and we've talked to you a lot about this, so I know you're getting this by now. But this person listed bookkeeping service as their main category. This one listed accountant, and this one's all over the board. And even though they've got bookkeeping service in there, it's not their number one. Their number one is tax prep. Marcelli, now they are bookkeeping service number one, and they've got 13, so that would appear that should be higher, you would think, right? And that makes sense to me, except for the fact that location is a critical part of it. And I'm not exactly sure where Marcelli's at on here. Austin will probably try to figure that out for me while I'm talking. So, but location is an extremely big part of it. And when I say location, the middle of Dalton, Georgia is going to probably rank the highest. And if you're searching for it, let's just throw out something. If you're searching for it on the west side of Dalton, Georgia, they're also going to weigh that in, like the location compared to where you're searching from, all those things. So some things are just hard to tell. I am thinking to myself that parish bookkeeping is in a better spot than Marcelli. Have we found Marcelli yet?
This is a big triangle.
Okay, so and I do think parish is in a better spot, but that it's up to Google to decide that, and they're the ultimate decision maker. So they're the judge, jury, executioner when it comes to this. What they say goes. So we've got to just work within their rules. SEO, as I'm sure you all know, stands for search engine optimization. It means making your business easier to find on Google or other search engines for that matter. So you want to be great in your local search. That's all we really need to worry about when it comes to ranking here. So what would we want to rank for? Of course, Dalton, Georgia bookkeeper would be one of them. You can reverse these words, bookkeeper and Dalton, just as important. Small business bookkeeping near me, bookkeepers near me, QuickBooks bookkeeper near me, maybe, along those lines. But, try to think all the things through that somebody might search, and you want to get some content on those things. So when someone types one of these searches, Google will return different types of results. So let's just start with the Dalton, Georgia bookkeeper. First off, you're going to get the map pack, and that's what we've been looking at here. And this map pack is not the most impressive we've ever seen. As this one on the top doesn't look like they've done an amazing job. Let's see. We'll click on it and we'll take a look and see if there's something else that maybe separated this company. Let's look at the images they've got.
I think it's a street view.
And that's it. So, all right. So, yeah, this is not impressive at all. So, if you do live in Dalton, Georgia, and I know that it's a fairly big market, I know it's not small. This is a bookkeeping market that you can really excel in if you just put a little bit into it. So, the map pack is showing the one, this one at the top, and there's nothing there that should indicate that it should be there. So you got an excellent chance to take over that part. that this whole entire area if you're a bookkeeper. What's the second thing that might show up? Google Business Profile results, and it's basically the same kind of listings. It's displayed differently on mobile, but you get the idea. You're gonna get this kind of a list basically. Uh, the other thing you're gonna see is the website results. So right now we're looking at Google Business Profile, but if you just search this on Google, you also get the websites at the bottom, and it's also nice to rank there. You'd love to show up in all three. Um, Most bookkeepers honestly aren't showing up in any of them, and that's the problem. People's actually searching for someone like you, and you're not showing up anywhere. And what we see all the time is something like this, where somebody was so happy they got themselves in the Google Business Profile, but then did nothing with it. They thought that was it. That's the end of the game. But that's just the start of it. You've got to try to do something with it. Let's go down to at least another bookkeeper. All right, let's look up Marcelli, and see if they've done anything with it. Computer's running a little slow today. So, right off the bat, I'm a little skeptical of having a picture playing the guitar or whatever, and I would definitely prefer something more bookkeeper type of image, but you know I'm not going to judge it. But so if you're looking for a bookkeeper and you stumbled onto this site, would you be convinced? And I'll let you make that decision. um, because I would much rather see somebody, working on a computer with maybe a calculator there, and it's just the image of that tells me that they're a professional. And I'm not saying that this is not, but I'll let you decide if you would hire that person or not. I'm going to turn it over to Austin, and he's going to look at why this matters for bookkeepers.
Okay, so here's why this is such a big opportunity. Most bookkeepers aren't doing this. They rely on local word of mouth and maybe like a Facebook post here and there. And it works sometimes, but eventually it'll dry up. But local SEO gives you a system that works even when you're not actively networking. Think about this way: a restaurant owner in your town needs help with their books. They're not going to go ask around for weeks. They're going to Google it. And if your name doesn't show up, someone else gets that client. Local SEO is how you make sure your name shows up. So the three pillars, these are the three things that drive local SEO. Pillar one, your GPP, your Google Business Profile. This is the single most important thing you can do for local SEO. It's free, it's powerful, and most bookkeepers have either set it up wrong or haven't touched it in years. Your GPP needs a complete profile: your business name, your service area, your categories, your hours, and a keyword-rich description. You should also be posting to it regularly and getting reviews consistently. Google looks at your GBP activity as a signal of trust. The more active and complete it is, the more likely you're going to show up in that map pack. Pillar 2, your website. Your website and your GBP work together. Google connects the two, and a strong website backs up what your GBP is saying. The key here is making sure your website mentions the locations you serve. So if you serve Dalton, it should say Dalton, not just in the footer, but the hero page, throughout your content, the service pages. And you also want it to load fast, work on mobile, and have clear pages for each service. A services page, an about page, and a contact page at minimum. So pillar 3, reviews and citations. Reviews are one of the biggest local ranking factors. The more 5-star reviews you have on your GPP, the more Google trusts you and the higher you rank. So citations are mentions of your business name, address, and phone number across the web on directories like Yelp, the Better Business Bureau, your local chamber of commerce. These tell Google your business is real and established. So what to do first? If you're starting from zero, here's the order I'd go. First, claim and optimize your GBP if you haven't already. That's a big lever. Second, make sure your website has location-specific language and a clear services page. Third, start asking every happy client for a Google review and build that social proof consistently. You don't need to do everything at once. Pick pillar one, do it right, and build from there.
Yeah, basically, Austin said everything perfectly there that would work. The Google Business Profile is your number one. If you don't have that, get that up. As for citations, those they've mentioned some big ones like Yelp and that type of thing. Also, try to get a local one. He did mention Chamber of Commerce. That's excellent. If that's too expensive for you, find some local one you can get one from, and try to also get one for your niche, such as Bookkeeper. We have a directory. That's an excellent one to get right there. That would help your business out. It's called bookkeepersdirectoryusa.com. And if you get in there, that's an excellent one. So you want some kind of one showing you're a bookkeeper. You want one showing your locality, and then some of those bigger ones. Other than that, I really don't have anything for you. Do you have anything else for you, Austin?
No.
All right. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you tomorrow.